Gary Busey called me a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was. I dealt with him a lot on Celebrity Rehab.
Because I thought he was Nick Nolte.
Oh,
so, because I was like
He was the same.
Yeah, no, I was like at this thing and he was there and they're like, oh my God, he's here. And then he leans into me. He's like, nice to meet you. I go, oh my God, I love you in another 48 hours. And he goes, I'm Gary Busey, you son of a bitch. And I was like,
God.
oh no,
Oh, shit.
your buddy Holly. Welcome to the Dive In Podcast. I'm your host, Max Decker, and today we'll be diving in with my guest, Rick Ferrari, talent agent extraordinaire. Rick, how you doing, man? Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's really cool.
It is. It's good having you on. I'm going right for it, though.
Thank you. Okay.
How does the Illuminati influence Hollywood? Let's go. Answer the questions truthfully.
I have no idea.
There's a back room. Starts with the back room.
I know.
What happens in the back room?
Well, I've been through a lot of back rooms, but not for the Illuminati.
Oh, you're dressed in black.
I know.
Kind of getting off Illuminati vibes.
You know what? It's great to think about, but I'm not privy to anything really.
Okay, well, if you don't, if there's no,
tell me what you know.
I've actually been recruited.
Get out.
Yeah. For sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I have. I mean, and it's, but it doesn't start off with like, we're Illuminati. I think the way it starts off is they kind of approach you. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that I was recruited by a chapter back in 2008. That was a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what did you say or do?
I said no. I'm on a podcast. I said no, it gets a little weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it does. So let's get into, what do you know if there's an Illuminati in Hollywood or not? Is there any kind of, because they say Jay-Z's Illuminati, they say Beyonce's Illuminati, they say like...
No, honestly, I don't know. I know that there's a lot of people that have a lot of power, and whether they're organized into the Freemasons or the Illuminati,
or the Diddy Party.
The Diddy Party. Diddy or didn't he?
Diddy, the Diddler. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm happy I was never invited to any of those, but I wouldn't fit in.
There you go. Well, I think we'll move on. We'll move on.
Definitely. Yeah. I honestly, I don't know anything about that. All I know is hearsay, but, I've been very privy to Hollywood since I arrived here in 1989. I got here and, my first friend that I had here was David Geffen. So,
wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, so they used to call him the gay mafia.
He made, okay, so is there a gay mafia?
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
I mean, they're called that, but there's nothing that's officially organized that way.
But I think we can be in the same group,
yeah,
and kind of be on the same wavelength. Okay, so for instance, was Keanu Reeves brought up by Geffen?
Do you know, I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay, let's go.
No, I'm really glad you asked that question.
Because Keanu is super talented. But
He's so talented.
You do need a push in this town. You need the right people behind you.
He's super talented, but I'll tell you what happened. There was... Geffen happened to be out with someone who looked like Keanu, and they were spotted, whatever. Somebody who looked a lot like Keanu. But I called David when the rumor was going around. I was able to call him on his direct line, and I said to him, "What's going on with you and Keanu Reeves? I mean, you didn't tell me anything. Like." Right. You would have told me something. That was your homie. He would be like, exactly. Yo, I got Keanu down. And he laughed. He was really calm about it. He says, dude, anybody can go ask Keanu. We don't know each other. I was like, how do you not know each other? You're both in Hollywood. It's the early 90s. He goes, we've never met. We've never been introduced. We've been in the same, parties, but we've never met. And that was David's answer. And let me tell you, David was always very candid and very honest with me about a lot of things. And for people one, he was like, that's just not true.
Is the Geffen Playhouse
named after Geffen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He definitely has, he's been a huge contributor to the arts. He's very humanitarian based, very charitable.
Dude, he's the producer to Urban Cowboy.
Yeah.
That movie's one of my most favorite movies in the world with John Travolta. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
I didn't know. See, you just informed me of something, because I thought his first film debut was Risky Business. That's how I remembered it. Risky Business was that's as far as I remember, but he very well may have been involved in the music side of Urban Cowboy, because there was a lot of bands.
Right.
There were a lot of bands that were signed to Asylum Records, which David ran before he opened Geffen Records.
Wow.
So, yeah, he opened Geffen Records in 1980, and his first three artists were John Lennon and Yoko Ono. They count as one.
Wow.
Elton John, who he took from MCA, and Donna Summer, who he took from Casablanca. She had been the highest earning pop star in 1979, and he convinced her to go with the new label. And
never even knew that.
Yeah, so he released Double Fantasy when Lennon got shot, The Fox by Elton John, and Donna Summer's The Wanderer. I know a lot about David's because I was so young. I was really absorbing everything during that time. And
did you ever think about repping him as a client? I mean, that could have been.
That's hilarious.
Because that move to you
hilarious.
repping, we'll get to it. But did you ever think like maybe I should rep this guy? And work his deals.
He wouldn't want to, no. When I was, I did a stint as the creative director for this gay magazine here in LA called Genre Magazine, and this is when I was first getting sober around 1999, 2000. And so I stepped out of agenting for a minute, and I was a creative director. And I guess the deal that we had was I got a certain stipend additional to my salary if I was able to recruit a celebrity for the cover of the magazine.
Wow.
So I pretty much made sure that I was booking celebrities every month. I would make sure that, except for the swimsuit issue where we had to use a model, but I told the publisher, I was like, I can get you a celebrity in a swimsuit, I promise.
Wow.
But no, I recruited for the Y2K issue. I was there for their Y2K issue, and
what were some of the celebrities you got on that magazine?
Well,
who's the biggest one?
I got Cher when Believe was coming out. I was
wow.
I was one of the only American magazines that she did a cover story for.
Wow.
When that came out. So I got Cher, I got Bette Midler.
Wait, do you and Jim Jordan know each other? Because we had him on as a guest. So you know Jim Jordan?
Of course I did.
Biggest photographer, model manager.
Jim, yeah.
And so it's if I feel like he shot them and then put them on your magazine, it's like, how are you not in cahoots?
Right?
Like you're talking about there's no.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, what's the process like? You get Cher, like, do you just pick up the phone, and how does that come about?
No,
that's a great question.
It has a lot to do with who you know. I mean, I was representing her son Elijah Blue Allman for modeling in the 80s, and I actually was the one who sent Elijah, even though he knew him as a child. I sent Elijah for his official Geffen meeting, where he signed to Geffen and started recording as a band called Deadsy that have a lot of fans from the early 2000s. So I was I'll just pat myself on the back and say that I got him that appointment.
And then that got you that cover.
Well, I I knew her manager at the time, and I knew her, and I knew, when you start to meet everybody in Hollywood, it starts to become easier and easier to get people, especially if they have something to promote. And she had Tea with Mussolini coming out with Franco Zeffirelli and Believe. And her publicist thought that Tea with Mussolini was going to be the big story.
No.
Oh,
Believe.
Oh, they did.
But Believe.
Because we're talking about before the record came out.
Right, but Believe is like
Believe became an iconic. I'll never forget. They sent me an advance CD of it. And this stylist friend of mine, Joe Pedisano, and we got into my car. And we were just curious because we were already building the story around, Franco Zeffirelli and Tea with Mussolini. And we put the CD in, and we started listening to the song.
Do you believe in love after love?
We were blown away. We listened to it one more time, and we were like screaming and yelling. We were like, "This is going to be huge. This is going to be absolutely huge."
I mean, that was like a movement, not a song.
I listened to this. I got RuPaul to interview her.
Wow. How can you say that there's no group or no gay mafia when you're like going back and forth from you know what I'm saying? Like there's
no. I'll tell you what it is. It's a very close knit network of people who. There's a close network.
So is
of
the
people.
mafia.
I won't disagree with you there.
Hence, the gay mafia.
The Godfather is one of my favorite movies. But
wait, then who's okay? So
I don't think they go around threatening anybody. Is what I'm trying to say.
No.
They are. Once you're in a certain network of friendships, they trust you. They trust that you're not going to call them up and get them involved in something they're going to regret.
Right.
So if you know people long enough and you present it the right way, then people say, sure, why not? It's Rick calling.
So you're nobody's dragon.
I'm nobody's. I am nobody's dragon, and I'm also nobody's drag queen either. But I'm nobody's dragon and nobody's drag queen. No.
For those of you that don't know that
for
reference.
those of you, just in case you're wondering, I just want to let you know.
So there's no taming of the dragon.
No
so so what does an agent do? What does an agent do? What do you like? Do you I want $1 million?
An agent puts up with a lot of shit from the client, if it's a talent agent, and a lot of shit from the producers, production and casting directors, and they have to appease both sides. We have to walk a fine line of servicing our client, which is the talent, and being amenable and negotiating in good faith with the production.
So if I watch Entourage or Ballers, that's a fair depiction of.
There's a lot of drama that's thrown in there that may not happen as frequently as they show you on the show, but it's not unlike the drama that comes up in the entertainment business on any given year. But
would you say that because you have a stable of clients, right? I'm not stable, but you have a list of clients, right?
I have.
There's a stable for some of those clients though, but I know because I have clients too. But would you say that the more money they make or the more known they are, the more that there's drama that comes with that, or is not at all?
No, actually, to be honest with you, my biggest money makers are the least amount of work. They really are. It's just
for me too, actually.
My biggest money makers are the least amount of work, and that sort of pays for me to invest in developing new people.
Yeah.
And I'm able to give my time to newer people that need my hand to hold for a second.
Yeah.
So I do. That's one of my favorite things about the structure of a talent agency is that if you do it right, your biggest earners allow you the luxury of being able to spend time, developing some people or tweak some people who have been there, done that, but need new direction, and so it keeps it really exciting. I mean, that's why I specifically have an agency for commercials and commercial talent, because I've been on every side of the business. I've been in music management. I was a model agent. I've been a theatrical manager. I've been all over the spectrum of representing on-camera talent and models. But I ended up in commercials in a really fucked up, funny kind of way. It was 2009 and I was looking for a job. 2008 was really hard on a lot of people. I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
you know
2008 was really bad. That was the writer's strike.
That was an everything strike.
That was one of those
2008
moments,
was a bad year financially.
It was.
So in 2009, there I was looking for a job. I was 2 years sober. And I thought, oh, I heard that the head of the men's division at Photogenics, which was one of the hottest modeling agencies in town, of course, 'cause Nicole Bordeaux owns it. And I had heard that the head of the men's division was quitting and left, and I was like, oh, I can do that, because in the 90s, I was really, really well known for my male models. That was sort of how I made my mark in the fashion model world. So I thought, okay, I'll get an interview with her and I'll run her men's division. And in a very sort of polite but very blunt way, she told me that I was too old to run it. I was like 41, and she was like, "No, I want somebody."
No, you're sober. Like, you're sober. You're no good to her.
Yeah, right.
How can you be?
I don't know.
How can you not be doing coke and then work?
I know, right?
Modeling
but
agency.
She was. Her idea was let's have you do the commercial department. It's like, the commercial department? You mean like Tide soap and Swiffer brooms? I'm like, that's not sexy and it's not on brand. I mean, I've always been a bad boy, and that's how I've marketed myself, especially when I was a boy, when I was in my, 20s and 30s. But I was like, no, I can't do commercials. It's too corny for me. And she stayed on me for a month. And finally,
you needed to pay the rent.
Yeah, I really did. I didn't have any other offers, so I was like, "This is starting to look better and better."
Like, you're literally being pushed by the universe into that.
And I was like, as long as I can do it my way. So she gave me total creative control, and we made a really good deal that I was happy with financially, and.
But you do become that gateway from model to film TV in the commercial lane.
Yes.
Because you have like a Channing Tatum who did a Mountain Dew commercial, and then everybody's like, who is that? My God. Yep. And then so commercials actually became really cool, I think, after the Cindy Crawford Pepsi ad, where people are like, oh my God, she's a movie star. And of course she's Cindy Crawford, which is just icon, right? And so then you really became this lane at the time where there was no lane.
There was no lane. I mean, no, I don't know. I wanted to do it differently. So I started representing Robert Downey Jr. for endorsements, and Paul Walker simultaneously.
There it is.
And but I was going to do it the right way. So I made sure that both of the talent wrote letters to CAA and said, Rick Ferrari is going to be handling anything to do with advertising. So we don't want to hear anything like.
How does that happen?
How does it happen?
Like, how did they go? I want you to do, like, or you're like, hey, let me do this because I can do this for you. Like, what's that conversation?
Honestly, if you want to get into it, the law of attraction, man. The law of attraction. That's it. I was sure about my comeback. I was sure about that I was going to be bigger, better, badder than I ever had been before. And honestly, if I'm just being honest with you, all of the chips just fell in the right way that led me to each situation, and I took advantage of each situation. I grabbed it. Thankfully, with Paul, I had a history with Paul when he was first starting as an actor. His manager asked me to help him out get some modeling gigs while they were waiting for the groundswell of his acting career to happen, because his manager didn't want to have him like lose interest or not make money. So that
was Matt Luber.
Matt Luber's
his manager. Yeah,
Matt Luber. And Matt was his manager up until the end. Yeah. So Matt.
I think he had one manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of actors think they can jump around.
No, yeah. Well, he started. It's funny. I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell this story, but
I'll go for it. Yeah, just nobody's gonna watch. Don't worry about this.
Matt Luber was the assistant to John Carabino, who still represents Renee Zellweger, and so Matt Luber was sort of the guy in front of John's office, who John would breeze by and not treat very well, if you want to know the truth. But Matt was really diligent. He was very dedicated. So Matt started taking on more and more responsibilities for some of his newer, more development talent. And Paul Walker was one of those people.
There it is.
So, Paul may have started with John Carabino, but he certainly left with Matt Luber and stayed with Matt Luber for Luber Rockland, whom I work very closely with. I love those guys.
Got Mara Santino over there.
I love Mara.
Got Lena over there. Tim
yes,
Taylor.
Tim Taylor,
who you're in the mafia with.
Yes, I'm definitely.
So you admit it. Okay, there you go.
I admit it. I totally admit it. Yeah.
We're joking.
Mob.
How much? Hey, listen. What's the most you've ever been like? Oh my God, this is. What's the biggest deal where you go, oh shit, this is life changing?
You mean in my whole career?
Yeah,
or
whole career.
Just,
Let's go.
I can't tell you who.
No.
I can't tell you who, but $1.5 million was the best deal that I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are those deals still out? I mean, of course, those deals are still out there.
Yeah. I mean, the campaigns are not there anymore, but that was during a time where there was a lot more rewarding the talent for what they were really worth. I mean, things have gone way sideways since then.
So the day of making $30 million a picture gone also, or $30 million.
Well, I'm sure there's a handful of people that can ask for anything they want, but for the rest, those days are gone. Yeah. For the rest, those days are gone. I mean, was
it social media? Because I mean, I see social media making tons of money. You have a guy that's about to hit Mr. Beast.
No, it's definitely opened up a lane for people to make money with their image, but it certainly affected the modeling industry because before social media. Anybody that had a denim company or a fashion line or a shoe brand, I mean, they depended on the modeling agencies to get those great faces. But ever since social media, anybody that really knows how to utilize it can hire 2 interns and say, okay, I want you to find me girls that look like, Scarlett Johansson.
Brooke Snyder.
Yeah.
She's the hot girl now, isn't
right.
she? Isn't Brooke Snyder the hot girl now?
One of, definitely.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, because she's just a straight model making.
Totally. I don't keep my eyes open to the models anymore. I've lost the love for that industry. Whatever happened to it is something that I'm so glad I'm not a part of right now. I mean, I am in an ancillary way because I represent models for commercials.
Is it because you're sober and you know what goes down in that side of it, where they push them? Because she's been open about saying that she has to do like what she needs to do to stay fit as a model.
Right. No, it's not that at all. It's just that the rates have gone way down because whenever you have an oversupply of anything, it becomes a buyer's market. So since it's a buyer's market, the ad agencies and the producers, the people that are savvy and know what they're doing, they know that they can name a price and they can find 10 other people to do it for that price.
Or AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really one of those people that is afraid of AI replacing actors. What I think AI is going to do is very similarly, I'm old enough to remember when synthesizers came out. And when synthesizers first came out and sequencers in the music industry, people were afraid that there was not going to be a need for orchestra musicians anymore, strings and horns and whatnot, and all synthesizers did was they added an option to the music spectrum of what you could do in a studio or what you could, just like animation added an option for how to entertain people. So I think that as long as, I just believe that people will end up using AI responsibly. Before that, they're going to try and, be dastardly and naughty and try and see where the line is and how far they can push the line. And then legislation will happen and whatnot. And, hopefully unions will get involved. But I think it will end up being an additional element to how to entertain people.
I saw this new thing called AI agent. And so basically a new actor can have an AI agent and the AI agent will field all the breakdowns for you.
Yeah, and they're probably way smarter than me.
Yeah, and then and then they don't take a 10% fee, you just pay for the app.
Yeah, you just pay for the app.
Okay, Robert Downey Jr., you had him.
Yeah.
He's iconic.
Yeah.
Plays Tony Stark. Did you have him leading up to Iron Man? Did you?
No,
have
Iron Man was already out. He was already working on the sequel or even the third. I don't remember. When I took him on, he was just about to shoot Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my God!
So he was at the height of all that madness. He was at the tippy top of IMDb.
So people were calling you left and right to like.
No, they weren't.
Wow.
They weren't calling me left and right. They were definitely calling me left and right to find out who the hell I was. Because they were like, who the hell is this guy that has Paul Walker and Robert Downey Jr. out of photogenics, that, is known for models. How is this happening?
Well, you said law of attraction.
The law of attraction. All the ad agencies around the world wanted to know who the hell I was and what I was thinking of doing with him and whatnot. And we had a good run, except that, guys like that, like Paul Walker and Robert Downey Jr., they don't need the money. So when you come to them with an offer for a $3 million job.
No. They say no all the time.
No is a big word. Yeah, no. I had a file folder full of offers that they had turned down. So for one reason or another, it was like, they're not providing a private jet, or they're going away with their family to Hawaii and they can't change the vacation. They promised the family.
I'm gonna have to start rolling. I'm gonna have to start rolling with this. Josh, you got to helicopter me in for this show.
Exactly.
Like, what's going on here?
I know.
Rick is I need the money. You got to take it.
I'm like, I need wait a minute. I need the commission on $3 million is $30,000.
And it's not like you can pitch some other model for it, because they're like,
you can't pitch anybody.
We're gonna go with
you literally have
Tom
the
Cruise.
offer in your hand. And then it's like taken away from you. It's like being a starving man with a dinner plate, and like someone just sets it down and then takes it.
Did you at least go to the holiday parties?
I did. No, that part was fun. There was a lot of glamour attached to that part. But
there you go.
I managed to do a couple of good deals for each of them. But in the long run, after about 4 or 5 years of that, I was much more attracted to scale talent, to unknown talent that are negotiable or willing to work. I was much more attracted.
You literally are like one of the only agents to go, I have a movie star.
Yeah.
Not interested. I'm going to go over here.
That's exactly what I did.
Wow.
Because I would have endless sleepless nights. I'd have all this anxiety. I'd work on a deal for like 6 weeks. The deal would fall through. For one legitimate reason or another. I mean,
I'm going to Hawaii with my family.
So
can't do it.
Exactly. So I was not attracted to that. Some people in the industry do really well with that, and they just positioned themselves in the right way when all of that happened. It was when Anna Wintour started putting celebrities on the cover of Vogue. Then all of a sudden, celebrity endorsements became a bigger thing than it was. It was always around. Yeah. There was always celebrity endorsements.
But how do you make it cool, right? Like that's kind of like the thing, right? Like how do you make podcasting cool? Like how do you make, commercials cool? But here's the thing though, Robert Downey Jr. wasn't going to be Iron Man though, because
who was there?
The first offer that got Iron Man the role of Tony Stark was Clive Owen from Closer.
Oh, he's great. I love Clive Owen.
He's fantastic. He turned it down though.
Yeah, well, we can't imagine anybody else now with that role. And I think again, Robert Downey Jr., the law of attraction, he was in the best possible place.
Well, his homie Jon Favreau is the director.
Yeah,
I mean that's a great position to be. Yeah. It's like Josh being the director and being like, I need a 6'4" Latino German guy.
You're kind of superhero-ish.
Me?
Right? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
What would I play? What superhero would I play if you think?
You'd have to be your own, man. Mad Max.
Mad Max. Maybe I can bring back. No, Tom Hardy does such a great job.
Totally different Mad Max.
Yeah,
not the same.
Those are my initials, though. Maximilian Alexander Decker. So Mad is the initials to my business.
Mad Max is I'm coining you as Mad Max. Not to be confused with
Tom Hardy,
that other Mad Max,
or Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson or Tom Hardy.
Though we all have the same amount of syllables in our name. Mel Gibson, Tom Hardy, Max Decker.
Right, exactly.
It goes together. Can you give us a Paul Walker story? We're talking about our RDJ, but let's switch over to Paul because he was a great one. That one.
Paul, we did a great shoot with a photographer named Michel Comte, who's one of the big masters. He happened to have a house here in Beverly Hills, and we brought Paul over to do a shoot for GQ actually, and I don't remember what movie he was promoting.
Fast and the Furious.
It was one of them, one of the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Fast and the Billionaire.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. But Paul was so he's always been just such a genuine, sweet, wonderful guy, and which makes his demise all the more sad. I mean, he just was such a good person, really good heart, down to earth. Very
authentic.
Like changing his clothes a million times if they were like, no, let's try this or let's try that, and he was just so wonderful.
You said that Matt wanted to keep him interested in acting, so was he kind of like not?
No, it wasn't Matt. It was back when John Carabino was developing. This is way before like Pleasantville, which was like one of his first big movies. But I think he had done that basketball movie. I can't remember what it was called.
Movie.
Yeah. It's like, I can't remember what it was, but sort of a teen summer movie or something. But yeah, John was the one that said, hey, listen, can you, because we worked at the same management company. We were at the biggest management firm in the world, really. They had Michael Jackson and Roseanne Barr and Nicole Kidman. They had everybody. But anyway, we were both managers there. So John asked me, he said, would you help me get Paul into modeling? Because, he needs the extra income before, because it's going to take a minute to get him, where he needs to be. So that's how I got involved. It was when John was sort of handling Paul, but Matt was John's assistant. And I think that just was an organic, natural thing, that because Matt was handling everything for John as his, coordinator or whatnot. Wow. Then, Paul and he developed a strong relationship, much stronger than, with John. So, hooray for Matt, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I love Matt Luber.
Will you be checking out the comments this week for your pod? Because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to have a lot of comments or whatever questions. Yeah. Would you be able to kind of answer some of those questions for us?
It's a smart question, yeah. It's a fucked up question
for them to like and subscribe.
If it's a troll or if it's a fucking troll. No, I mean, yeah.
Look, how about I'll do the trolls. I'll do the trolls. You do the smart questions.
Yeah, I mean, like, absolutely. I don't mind people asking intelligent questions. I love that, but
you encourage that.
Yeah, if it's coming from the heart, then it's going to be a good question.
You can troll them back too, I guess. If you
I could if I was that kind of guy.
Yeah,
but see, that's what I'm here for. Like, I do enjoy the troll. So if you guys like and subscribe, and this week, and Rick's, you can ask him questions or whatever about the pod. You can also ask me.
Or if you want to comment on my hair or my look, and you want to say how fucked up I look, by all means, go for it.
Oh, and you'd respond to that.
I totally would.
Okay.
I totally would.
There it is.
I just send in the pictures of all the 60-plus-year-olds that look as good as me.
There you go. Wait, yeah, man. So
and
what?
Then I'm
just
60, man. I'm 60.
60.
Yeah. And you should have seen me when I was a meth head. I looked 60 back then.
Let's talk about your sobriety for a second, though, because you kind of talked about that starting it, in the middle of it, coming off of it. Right. What has been that like for you with your sobriety? I guess what was your drug of choice? You said meth?
Meth, crystal meth.
Coke? about coke.
Anything that was going to keep the party going as long as possible.
You're the one that leaves at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, that was, or I didn't leave at all.
Wow, you kept Chateau going, huh?
Right. Oh,
are you banned from Chateau? Or
no, they love me. They welcome me there.
Anya, shout out to Anya. We love Anya.
I love Anya. Anya's my neighbor, by the way.
Is she really? Anya, we love you.
Anya lives around the corner.
We should have Anya on the pod.
You should totally have Anya.
We should have Anya. That is Mistress Chateau. Illuminati, like
we'll get Illuminati answers from her.
Yeah, no, I think she'll also not answer like Rick.
She was the person at the front that had the guest list for the Chateau Marmont.
Dude, she was running it. She's running it.
She was there for like 21 years or 25 years, some long.
I just watched that documentary too on Chateau. There's one out there on, I don't know, Netflix or there's YouTube.
Oh, really?
There's something about
Yeah, but if they don't show Anya, they're not telling the truth.
There's
about
that one room in Chateau that nobody knows.
But they can talk about the room. But if you don't have Anya,
if you don't show Anya, who had the really she had vintage makeup and vintage look.
I want to talk to her. Let's talk.
She rocked it. Yeah.
I'll make the call.
Oh, I can call her too.
Oh, will you call her for us?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, we have to have her on.
Yeah.
We have to have her on.
No question. I mean, those are the interesting people. Those are
the people that build this fucking town.
Exactly. Those people that people don't know their names.
The unseen heroes.
But they are.
I remember when Franco was living in the hotel. She was the one she was like, like the party, because there would be parties, the Franco parties. And then she'd be, she's definitely.
She did that for a lot of people, not just Franco.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lindsay Lohan. A lot of people. Yeah. Freaky Friday is Freaky Fridays on.
I'll let her tell you that. But,
oh my God, the stories.
But you wanted to know about my meth habit.
At Chateau.
Yeah. Well, no, not there's Chateau. Cocaine. Chateau is cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Get it straight. Come on.
I was going to say Hollywood isn't meth, right?
No. Hollywood.
That's like more downtown. You're going downtown to do meth.
I had to keep my drug habit really, really secret.
Wow.
But I want people to know that I've been sober since January 5th, 2007. So I'm going on 18. I'm 18 and a half years sober.
Man, congratulations.
Thank you. But I was at a place where from 2000 to 2007, my full-time job was getting high. I couldn't work.
Wow.
I was unemployable, and I was a mess. And I was like one of those street people that you see, like the quintessential meth addict. And somehow I had the grace of the universe to pull myself out of there and to give myself another chance.
Yeah.
I mean, because 2007, I was 40. I was 41, going on 42.
Wow.
Yeah.
That always blows my mind, though. Like, people say it's their full-time job or they didn't have a job. Like, how do you make the money to buy the drugs?
You have to sell it. That's simple. You got to sell the drug.
Okay, so you're selling.
So you're selling the drug.
Yeah. So you're selling the drug, but very small time, so you're not getting busted. And this drug dealer told me about, all the people that have children, they're going to love this story. They're going to love. Don't bring your children to Ferrari Talent. He's an ex-drug addict. People don't hear the X part. They only hear meth, crystal meth.
Listen, I was an addict too. Mine was alcohol. I love
that. I knew that. We talked about that privately.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I could go through a bottle of vodka in an hour and a half.
See, we would have been perfect together because you would have been busy with booze, and then I would have been busy on meth, making sure things were clean. I would clean up your bottles.
But I couldn't when I drink vodka, I can't get drunk. Like, I literally
perfect. Then we would have had some really meaningful conversations.
I know,
together.
Right? Fuck me.
We would have gone into the Illuminati for hours.
I tell you, I go deeper on the recruitment process.
Man, deep. But I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy that I got a second chance.
What sobered you up? What was the moment you go, I gotta fucking sober the fuck up,
It was
bro.
January 4th.
Oh shit.
Because my sobriety day is January 5th. January 4th, I had spent New Year's Eve and New Year's Day alone. Some guy that I had, had relations with, took my Jeep.
You had sex with him.
I had sex with him. And he took my Jeep. He borrowed my Jeep. He said he was going to go buy some more drugs and come back. And he borrowed my Jeep for like 4 days and didn't come back for like 4 days.
That's like a drug addict, borrow. Like
he didn't come back for like 4 days.
You have a problem.
And on top of that, so I developed staph infection on my leg. So I had that's like something homeless people get. Like I had a staph infection.
Or BJJ. Like you get staph at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for sure.
I was so like I was unrecognizable, and I was so fucked up I didn't even remember that I had health insurance. So I was like, called my mom and I was like, can you send me money to go to urgent care? And she said no. She's like, I'm done with you. I'm done. And everybody was done with me. And I was like, you know what? So I took myself to urgent care and I did something. I kicked on the couch for like 9 days and it was really hard. And then my aunt took me to my first meeting in that incarnation of sobriety. I had been to many meetings prior to that, but for my current sobriety, my aunt Gloria, who I love very much, I represent her. She's an actress, a working actress, and she just directed her first film. I'm very proud of her. But she took me to my first meeting of that sobriety, and I just made a commitment to making it a full-time thing and diving into it. And the universe just provided money for me. The universe provided, I stayed there for like another 4 or 5 months. I was in a bungalow on Sycamore and Fountain, and a really cute bungalow, but it wasn't cute when I was on meth.
Got it.
So, and then I ended up finding, I told my mom that after a year, because she finally did end up helping me financially, but I told her, when I get to a year of sobriety, I promise you I'll be self-supporting through my own contributions, which is a 12-step principle. I couldn't think of the word. And sure enough, right at a year of sobriety, they were doing Celebrity Rehab, and
on MTV. I remember that.
They were doing on VH1.
Well,
they were doing
Celebrity
Rehab. No, not me. I'm not a celebrity. But they were doing Celebrity Rehab, and I was friends with Shifty, Seth Binzer, who he was on the first episode. I mean, the first season.
R.I.P.
And I pitched to him. I said, "Can you get me a meeting with the producer, John Irwin, who was producing the show?" And he was like, "Yeah." I go, "I have like the Ginger Grant, if it's Gilligan's Island, like Celebrity Rehab. I have the sex bomb for their next season." And it was Amber Smith, who had been on over 500 magazine covers. She was the only model that was welcomed on the covers of European Vogues as well as Playboy magazine and Maxim and everything in between. So she was sexy and she was fashion. She was everything.
Yeah.
So I pitched them Amber. We made a really, really good deal, very lucrative deal that in today's reality market, there's no way you would get money like that. But we made a really good deal, and I was able to make a manager percentage from her, because she and we just knew each other from getting sober. Amber and I were just,
I'm really starting to see how this works.
Yeah, we
with
were
agents
just pals.
and managers and how you rep people. I really get it
and
now.
I said,
there's no mafia.
I know. I just said,
there's no
So
partying.
Amber did it, man, and we ended up doing 2 more shows with the same production company.
You put it back in rehab so you make money?
No. That's hilarious. No, other shows.
You got to go back on this one. You got to.
She did Sober House. She did a couple of other shows that were spin-offs of Celebrity Rehab.
Got it.
And she did a lot of personal appearances. So the universe took care of me financially for 2008, which was the hardest year. And then, as I told you, in 2009, it took me a few months to get the job with Photogenics, but then I started there, and the rest is history.
Okay, so you started with models, you went to actors, you were in New York.
Yeah.
How is it working with models and then transitioning to actors? Is there a transition from models to actors?
Yeah.
Because I have my take on that.
Oh, fuck yeah. There's so many good and bad things about it. I mean, the way models are managed by modeling agencies, I hate to say this because I some of the greatest model agents out there are friends of mine, but models they're not
actors
developed into being like
storytellers
or craftsmen. They just sort of, everything sort of just happens to them, as opposed to an actor that has to make things happen for themselves.
Oof, I like that.
You see what I'm saying? So, but then when you go to the commercial market and all of a sudden it's about a beautiful face, so you have, 20 girls in the waiting room that are all 5'10" and up, but you have like 2 or 3 that are 5'2" that are actresses that really bring something incredible to the camera, to the moving camera. Mm-hmm. They book the job over all those gazelles that are waiting in the waiting room. So there was a lot of fascinating things that I discovered becoming a commercial agent, and working with not only the pretty boys and pretty girls, but the fat funny guy, or the very character-y villain, or this or that or the other. So it was fascinating for me to learn how each of these types, you could find a better version or a more worthy version, or someone who really was putting in the work and was valuable because of what they were doing, not because of what they looked like.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say, because this is what I feel, because this is what I've seen, because I'm on the end of like, hey Max, here's a model, make them an actor.
Make them an actor,
right?
Yeah.
And so what I start to see is like plants, right? I think people get planted into a circumstance or an opportunity where here's this actor who has a craft, they're a storyteller, they've done 100 plays, and then a person all of a sudden, because they have a look or they're marketable, they get planted in situations to become, I want to say, points in the system. Like they're literally in the system because of the positioning.
Right.
Because of the person who goes, let's take a Matt Luber or like a Mara Santino, and they're like, I love this look. I'll take them to an acting coach. They'll figure it out. Yeah. And then we'll have them audition. And then now there's not a storyteller there. There's someone planted there.
Right.
Per se. And then you have the other ones that are like, your Timothy Chalamet, like Austin Butler, like these guys are all like stage actors now.
That's right.
Zendaya, like Tom Holland, to follow the legacy of craft, of a Denzel, of a Viola Davis, of a Morgan Freeman. And so would you say that, do you deal with a storyteller then differently than an actual person that kind of goes, look, listen, Matt sends you somebody because they have a strong look. You're gonna be like, okay, Matt.
I evaluate everybody on their own individual, criteria of what they bring to the table. So if I'm interviewing somebody that is a model, because I represent models, actors, dancers, musicians. I even represent some real people that are just really fascinating in front of a camera and, bring something wonderful.
That's a new thing. I've seen you on your IG, and you've literally signed people now because you're like, I just think you're fascinating. And she'll be like 60 years old.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just think you have an interesting face.
I think there's something really magical about you. Will you try this? And I recruited Omar, who is a model agent. He'd never been in front of the camera, and he booked a huge Mini Cooper campaign. And then right after that, he booked a voiceover for a film.
Omar Mayet, the manager?
Omar Alberto, yeah.
Oh, Alberto. I was thinking about Omar Mayet.
No, not Omar Mayet. That's a different Omar.
That's a different Omar.
But yeah, totally different. But honestly, I evaluate everybody differently. I'm really not about comparing. I really am not. There's, either you're bringing something good and interesting to the table or you're not. And it does not have to be the same type of value. I mean, you can't.
I do know what you mean, because there is a certain light that a person can have, or an aura. Yeah. I want to say, and when they walk into a room, people just kind of go, and they don't have to be beautiful. I mean, usually sometimes it is a very stunning person, but then there's just a person that walks in, and you just kind of go, who is that?
Right.
So that person is someone,
right?
And they're just kind of walking in their authenticity. I want to say
they're walking in. The magic ingredient is confidence. There's nothing sexier than confidence. There's nothing more attractive than confidence.
Yeah, that translates to the stage
that's
too.
it. So if they're confident in their authentic self, if they're confident in what they are bringing honestly to any
situation,
to any situation, relationship.
It's really situationship.
If they're, I mean, they can be, they don't have to be, Laurence Olivier or Meryl Streep. They can be, just somebody who is
Sharing
getting,
space.
some lightweight jobs in commercials or some lightweight, co-stars on TV or whatever. I mean,
Right.
I evaluate everybody differently. I don't compare them based on, oh, that person's resume is thicker and bigger than that person, so that person's more valuable and this person isn't. I don't evaluate people like that. I just I evaluate them individually, and I say, do I find something about them really compelling, really interesting, really authentic, really honest? Do I think that they can go toe-to-toe with anybody else that's auditioning for the same job? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to put, a lot of effort into that person for a year, 2 years, sometimes even 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
Before seeing it pop.
Boutique agency versus big agency. What is it? CAA versus Rick Ferrari talent.
No, CAA, there's apple and oranges, but CAA is a movie stars agency. It's for movie stars. It's for huge A-lister, blockbuster movie stars. That's what it's for.
I have some tea for you, though. You know what they're going to start repping now?
What?
Guess.
Influencers. They've been doing that.
They already do that.
Yeah. What now?
Billionaire families. Oh. They will start to rep billionaire families.
How corny.
Is it corny, though?
How
I think
corny?
It's pretty smart. I think
corny.
Lord is Lord, and you is Kevin
Brian
still
Lord.
Brian Lord. Brian, what's up, Brian? Remember me, Brian?
Yeah, I was good friends with Carrie Fisher.
Listen, Brian invited me to my first CAA party, and I got to hear Jamie Foxx play Ray. I was the only non-movie star.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been to those parties too. It's fucking insane.
You're like, that's Brad Pitt, that's Gwyneth Paltrow, that's so-and-so. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
But I think they know what they're doing with repping billionaire families. I mean, they're going to make their money.
They're going to do something with it, yeah. What are they going to do with them? They're going to put them on TV like they did with the Osbournes, the Kardashians, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, because obviously, what's the number one reality show?
I couldn't tell you if my life depended
Kim Kardashian.
on it. Yeah.
Still? The Kardashians? They've been around for how many years? No. I'm not going to knock them. I saw Kim at a party. Not that you're knocking them. I'm not saying you're knocking them. I'll clear that up. Yeah. But I saw her at the opening of, oh my God, that steakhouse in in Calabasas Boulevard.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Dude, She's stunning.
She's stunning. There's no question
she's
about it.
She's a cool chick.
Yeah.
I think she's
cool.
And
I think the rest of them are stunning as well. I think they are absolute beauties.
Well, I mean, okay, so if you could fuck, marry, kill, Chloe, Courtney, or Kim, go for it.
Oh, God.
Or should I throw Chris in there?
I
Fuck, marry, kill.
First of all, I wouldn't kill anybody because I don't kill.
I mean, that's the game. You're not going to kill them. I mean, in the game,
Chloe,
you kill them.
I'd kill Chloe.
You'd kill Chloe?
Yeah.
She's so cool.
I'd fuck Kim.
You'd fuck Kim for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Kim's,
And I'd marry...
Courtney?
No, I wouldn't marry Courtney.
You'd marry Chris. I mean, she's single now.
I'd marry Chris.
And then she definitely would love your sobriety story for sure.
Or I'd marry Kylie Jenner.
Kylie, we forgot about Kylie.
She wasn't part of the list.
Let's see.
I mean, he said Kardashians.
Okay, you can ask me anything.
Okay, yeah. Who?
Don't include Kylie though, and
I can ask you anything.
Yeah. No. You can totally do whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
She's as old as my girlfriend.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Ooh.
Wait.
Robert Downey Jr.
No. Yeah. You can do that. You can do that to me. You can do that to me.
The Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers.
Yes. Fuck, marry, kill. Yeah, there's 3 of them. So there you go. Go for it.
And this is if I was gay, right? Because I'm not gay. This is me being straight.
This is you being straight. Yep.
Well, I guess it's only fair because I made you do the Kardashians.
You did. That's right. So I don't
even know all the Jonas Brothers. I know there's Joe Jonas. There's Nick Jonas. Who's the other Jonas? There's Joe. There's
Nick Jonas. There's Joe, and there's
not a Kevin.
Yeah,
Jonas. There's a Kevin Jonas. I thought it was Noah.
Well, the one you don't know is the one you might as well kill.
So kill the one I don't know, which is
whoever he is.
Who's the one married to the chick that's from another country?
Nick
Can I
Jonas.
say that? Is that Nick? No. Oh, they're both married. They're both married. Do you think that they got married for their citizenship? No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Joe. So I probably Joe Jonas then, and then
what? Joe Jonas is the one you'd marry or fuck?
I'd probably. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I mean, I assume you'd still be fucking the one you marry.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where you kind of win there, right? Or do you fuck them regularly?
No,
you're
that's
usually
fucking
not. Once you're married, it's over. That's over.
Exactly.
So you're not.
So fuck, marry, kill. Come on,
nobody wins in this one. So okay, so definitely kill the one I don't know.
Yeah.
Marry the one that plays the guitar.
Right.
And then I guess Joe Jonas would be the one that's just like.
What about Nick Jonas?
Is there a Nick Jonas? I'm so fucking lost. You guys lied
There's
to me.
There's like 5 now.
Is there
All
5 Jonas?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. There's Nick. Okay, I don't know.
All
you guys,
Yes.
I'm moving on from the game. It wasn't fair. Who's the nicest celebrity you ever met?
Dolly Parton.
Really?
Yeah.
You did rep her.
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
My acting coach,
Absolutely.
Burt Reynolds, has a story about her.
She is definitely one of. He must, because they did the best little whorehouse in Texas.
She flew him out to fucking Vegas where she was performing, and she was like, "Let's do this."
That's totally Dolly.
She's
man.
like, "Let's bang it out."
I gotta tell you, she insisted on paying for a dinner party to thank the entire team, because what I did is I got a whole team of people to redo her look. For her album cover. I got David LaChapelle to shoot the photography. Okay. Dolly insisted on having a dinner party at my house to thank everybody.
That's a brag.
Yeah, so
that's a big brag.
Yeah, so she wanted to pay for all the, but my boss Sandy Gallen, he ended up paying for everything. But we had a nice dinner party for about 11 or 12 people, and after dinner was over, she said, "Well, back in Tennessee, when we finish dinner, it's a custom. We all play music around, the sitting room or whatever." So she had a guitar and we had a guitar, and she just started playing and singing songs, and so did the other person. It was a male model of mine who was a singer, rocker, and we were serenaded for 4 or 5 songs.
Who's the worst celebrity you've ever experienced?
I can't tell you that.
Well, we just bleep the names. Why don't you bleep it, and then we'll bleep it yourself and be like, "This is what happened to me."
I mean, I'm trying to think of who the fuck was the worst.
Gary Busey called me a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, I dealt with him a lot on Celebrity Rehab
because I thought he was Nick Nolte.
He was this host.
So, because I was like
he was the same.
Yeah, no, I was like at this thing, and he was there, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's here!" And then he leans into me, he's like, "Nice to meet you." I go, "Oh my God, I love you." In another 48 hours, he goes, "I'm Nick Nolte, you son of a." And he goes, "I'm Gary Busey, you son of a bitch." And I was like,
God.
"Oh no,
oh shit,
your buddy Holly."
Your buddy Holly. No, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
Not every.
Really.
No, you just don't want to say it. It's okay. Was it that bad? Oh, you're like whatever, because you're like really like.
No, I mean like if they don't come to mind, that means, because I'm really seriously trying to think. If they don't come to mind, it's got to be for a good reason.
Do you have the worst client you've ever worked with?
Oh fuck. I try to put those out of my mind.
I've got 2.
I try to put those out of my mind.
Why?
Really,
I mean, it's kind of fun to kind of,
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm even dry for a story, a good story of like what some horrible client did, but I don't know. I've had really good luck with that. I really have. I pretty much weed out. No,
I
I'll
have
tell
that
you,
luck now.
I weed out the assholes like almost right away.
Because you can start to tell who they are in the beginning.
If I'm interviewing them for an hour, I can pretty much say to myself, no. I have made mistakes where I've told people, you know what? I changed my mind. We're not working together. Like after a week or after a month. Yeah, I have done that. I've been known to do that, and that is the way I am. I'm like, if I'm not feeling it, it's over. I'm not going to invest my time just because I said yes.
I get that.
People should be allowed to change their mind. What the fuck? Yeah. People are so full of pride that they don't want to change their mind.
Yeah, they don't do that.
We could get into all kinds of political things about that. I have had my mind changed about certain topics all the time. And I freely admit it on the spot. You know, I'm like, you know what? I think you're absolutely right. I never looked at it from that angle before.
If we weren't controlled by other countries in the United States, I think then we'd be okay.
They want us divided. They want us totally divided, and I think.
Well, what do you expect with a land full of immigrants? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we started this thing, huh?
Yeah, it is. We started with a whole potluck of immigrants from all over the world.
Yeah. Bunch of convicts come over here in like ships and stuff like that, starting in America, and then we become the greatest country in the world. And then all of a sudden,
a bratty country.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, if you didn't live in this country, where would you live?
Oh man, if I didn't live in the U.S., I would probably live in the Netherlands.
Hawaii. I know Hawaii is the United States.
Is chicken of the sea really chicken?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Would you be down to, if anybody sends us like a headshot that remotely we're like, you know, it's a special person or whatever, can we send it your way?
For sure.
Yeah, so people could email us.
I'd love to have a story.
That'd be cool if you found somebody off our comment section.
I would love that. And then I could come back on the show with them.
Yeah. Josh, you want to plug the email for us where they can get us, where they can send it?
For sure. What would they send? A reel, a headshot?
Yeah.
What would they? You would want
a reel, a headshot, and a resume, and a little blurb about themselves.
Send it to divein@goehq.com. If you guys can send that in, and then we'll get Mr.
That'd be dope.
Let's go on I will say this. Do you find it incredible that there's people out there like charging actors $5,000, $10,000 to like rebrand themselves or help them get onto TV shows? How do you feel about that?
All sorts of people want to get ripped off. They're dying to get ripped off.
So you think $5,000? So what if? Okay, listen. What if I legit helped you? You gave me $5,000.
Yeah.
And do you think that's too much? Do you think, because you know there are some influencers out there that claim to be?
I can't say that it's bad or good. I just can't make that judgment. I think that each individual circumstance, that actor with that person that's requesting that fee, they have to figure out whether it's right for them or not, whether it's going to be useful to them or not, whether they can afford it or not. I mean, I just, you know, I don't, there's always going to be people trying to make money off somebody who's naive. There's always going to be people making. I mean, you go to the fucking car dealership, and you know if they smell that you don't know anything about cars, they dive on you, and they fucking, you know, they want to manipulate.
If it smells like a bad car salesman, it's probably a bad car salesman.
Yeah, although I've smelled some car salesmen that were pretty hot.
Yeah, but those are the good ones that are not ripping you off, maybe.
No, right? But they smelled pretty funky, but it was good. Okay,
you have a great IG. You've got a lot of traction on social media. Where can they find you?
At Ferrari Talent Agency.
On IG.
Yeah.
Check out his IG. It's pretty poppin'. You're like one of the hip, coolest agents out there.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you want to kind of leave us with or talk about that we haven't kind of covered?
No, man. I just love that you had me on and that we got deep and we got light and we got deep.
I know. We kind of covered the spectrum of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
You had me fuck, marry, kill the Jonas Brothers.
Exactly.
Wow. Exactly. Fuck me.
Well, you had me do the Kardashians.
Yeah, but I would. That's. Really?
We could trade.
We
could trade.
Do you want to trade?
I totally
Let's trade. Okay, before we leave, fuck, marry, kill Jonas Brothers.
Woo!
Go.
We
can swap that. We can swap that.
Poor Kevin. I'd kill Kevin.
Yeah. I don't even know who Kevin is.
I'd fuck Nick and I'd marry Joe.
You'd marry Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the one. Okay, what's mine?
So.
Which
Kardashians. I'm giving you any K.
Any K?
Any Kardashian or Jenner.
But there's 5 of them. What happens to the other? What happens to the other 2? They just get invited to the party?
You have to pick. Oh, I have to pick 3.
Yeah,
I have to pick 3.
Yeah, pick 3.
Okay, Chris, Kim, or Courtney.
Chris, Kim, or Courtney. Well, Courtney's got to go. Courtney's,
Yeah,
she's
got
got to
it,
go.
yeah.
But you know why? Because I've watched the show and they fight, and I side with Kim. I think Kim. I honestly side with Kim, and I think Courtney's a little too sensitive. And
fuck Courtney.
She needs to. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fuck Courtney for sure. No,
Right.
I mean, Mr. Travis Barker does that all day night. He does enough for the reality show for everybody in the world,
Jesus.
so she can go.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to marry Kim because you know,
you'd end up fucking her anyway.
Well, I mean, she's pretty cool. Like
that's
she's
like a perpetual fuck. So your one-time fuck would be Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I have to, and
You'd fuck Chris once.
then I'd have to deal with Kanye too. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun dealing with Kanye. And
would you have sex with Kanye?
No, God no, he's that guy.
Max,
I can't wait for the
you're
documentary.
Talking to me now.
Yeah,
Come on,
no,
Max.
I'm telling you, no to Kanye.
All right,
and then of course that leaves Chris to get
fucked,
banged out.
Yes.
Yeah, for
banged
sure.
out. You could make her a cougar for the night.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's got it going on.
She's got it going on. Yeah.
And then I think she's single now too. So,
I
think Drake's on the market for that now. So,
all right, man.
All right, so good. We got that out of the way.
This has been amazing.
It has been amazing, and I'd like to thank everybody out there for diving in to the Dive In podcast
thank you.
with Rick Ferrari.
Thanks, man. I hope I was interesting.
Yeah, no, you are interesting.
I hope I kept it interesting.
And please like, subscribe, and comment because Rick's going to be there getting you guys.
I'm going to be there, man. I'm going to be there.
Okay,
for sure.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.